Like you're not just making an entrance and going to the ring, you're actually getting the crowd engaged into the song and into your character.
That was something I learned from the independents, like getting like I came out to Jackson 5, and CZ when I debuted at CZW. It was Sammy Callahan's idea that really started that. And then when I went over to the UK and then came back, I noticed how UK fans really take to certain songs. And so when I was at my mom's birthday party and everybody was sitting down, all my family and relatives were just sitting down chilling. And my uncle put on his aux cable on this phone and he played Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. And everybody got up, started dancing. I'm like, that's going to be my next entrance song. So I switched it over, went over, like, it was like kind of like I matured in the wrestling game when my music matured, my entrance themes. So I went from Jackson 5 to Shaka Khan. Then I went from Shaka Khan to like Big Pressure. And then that was my own music. And that was produced by Prophet, who has 2 Grammys. So that had to turn into arena music from a music from all over the world, no matter how big the arena, from like, Gas South Arena in Atlanta to all the way to Wembley Stadium. How's this song going to sound? The acoustics have to bang. And sure enough, it worked on both.
That's great too, because it shows like the importance of a theme song for a wrestler. Like, do you think that's lost at times when like it's just hidden that a lot of guys, they're known with their entrance theme and what they make out of it? Do you think more attention needs to be paid to some younger wrestlers coming up?
It's definitely about timing and hitting when it needs to hit. Sometimes it's not the character isn't ready for that yet. And sometimes you got to kind of coincide that both have to match. To me, I watch a lot of concerts, and that's what helped with that as well. It wouldn't have made sense for, Tyler Creator to come out with certain songs and certain albums and points of his career, because it wouldn't have matched up. Like Earthquake wouldn't have worked when he was doing Bastard album and doing, when he was doing the Wolf album. It's just 2 different personas, and it just doesn't match up. But he evolved, and so did the stage presence, so did the outfits, so did the sound. Now it makes sense for this record to work with this part of your career in your life. So that's something that a lot of young people need to really understand and really pay attention to. Like your Videotron has to match the look, which has to match the entrance, which has to match the sound, which has to match the aura that you're giving off to the people and how they feel about you. They don't feel like bouncing and jumping after you hit someone in the car with a car in the backstage segment. It's just not going to add up. So all those things have to kind of match and line up in synchronicity. That's why when I was let go from WWE and coming over to AEW, I just wiped the slate clean. I wasn't going to carry over with the same thing. I had to wipe the slate clean. I had to start all over again. I wasn't going to carry in any like NXT, WWE type of persona. I was like, no, I'm going to start way over here and then work from here. Even though like I could have got a head up in AEW, like just carrying over from what I was doing. But I was like, no, I'm going to start down here with a new, fresh, all over, like hard reset, and then just go from build and rebuild from there and then build a new fan base I'm not going to act like anybody ever seen or knew who I was from over there. Some on the internet did, but the majority don't. And I'm always going to take the majority assumption that not everybody knew.